managing conflict and building trust, those are really important. And I think, again, a lot of that comes down to really learning to listen well. So that if I can sit down and really, rather than just reacting to my wife when we have a disagreement and I get into criticism, oh, you always do that, or you never do that, that's contemptuous criticism. Or I become very defensive and say, it's never my fault. It's always, blaming the other person. As Adam did with Eve, the woman you gave me, and actually blaming God as well in that. And maybe just cutting off, withdrawing, and refusing to be involved. I grew up in a family where there was very little conflict. I have a fear of conflict, loud conflict. Some couples, you grow up in a family where there's a lot of conflict. You have a fear of conflict because there was so much. So if you have two in a couple who are afraid of it, it's often difficult. So they have to learn to sit down and define what goes on between them. Try and name the cycles. Whenever you criticize me, I feel intense shame, and I tend to withdraw or I tend to react really angrily. This is what we do in counseling, obviously, is help people to name what's going on, to become more aware of their emotions and to deal with them in a more gentle, loving way. Gottman found that for every he had this sort of magic ratio. For every negative comment or criticism in a marriage, there need to be at least five positives. And then you can tolerate the negative stuff. But once it gets below that ratio of 4-1, 3-1, then you're on the slippery slope.